Hello everyone, I'm Brian McCormick. You're watching MTG Rocks. We're going to be playing Core Set 2020 Draft on Arena. This is a best of 3 games. So we're going to play the 1500 gems. And let's see what we can draft. I think Elementals is one of the best, if not the best, strategy right now in draft. This is one of the pretty good Elementals, Overgrowth Elemental. I like the green-red one best. Moldavine Reclamation is a good build-around strategy because if you can get this going, you're pretty much going to draw your whole deck. However, it is a little slow, but it's really, really powerful. Herald of the Sun is decent top end. Rabid Bite, really strong in any green deck. I love Rabid Bite in green. I'm going to take the Elemental. I want to build an Elemental deck, so we may try and force an Elemental deck if we can, which is Teamer colors in general. We got Warden of the Evil's Isle, which is good in flyers. Sleep Paralysis is pretty strong. I'm going to try and push Elemental, though. Although Sleep Paralysis is good and we can do Elemental with blue, I'm going to take the Boar's Claw. Alright, Said Scorpion is a good little aggressive green creature and blocker. Overcome is better, though. It's a nice win condition, and it's uncommon, so you don't get those as often. And although elementals are, we're trying to build an elemental deck here, I don't think Hero of the Glade is too great. There's Overgrown Elemental. Whenever another elemental dies, we can put a +1 counter on it. Yeah, I'm gonna take a shock. Nestcaster Spider is pretty great against flyers. I feel like I can get a lot of 4-drops. With Lavakin Brawlers tend to go late, so I'm going to take the Spider to help us beat flyer decks. Ooh, Plummet is good, but I think Shock is better. Nothing really stands out here. I guess the Unchained Berserker is pro-white, so we'll take it. And we'll take the aggressive 2-creature. Ooh, a nice elemental that ramps with Chandra's Embercat. Nothing here really stands out. Could do an Act of Treason, Goblin Smuggler. I don't think I'm going to run either of these, so I'm going to put an Act for my sideboard. Not running any flyers at the moment, so I won't run Grabber. Aeronaut is okay, but for 4-drop elemental decks, we want to run the elemental 4-drop, so I'm going to take another Sentinel. Nothing here stands out. I'll take the Portal in case there's a combo we can use that with Pack 2. And nothing left here. Alright, any bombs? Leyline of Sanctity. Well, if we were playing in paper, I would rare draft that, but we're not. Wavecrasher is pretty great, returning stuff to our hand that has value, but we're not in blue right now. Though we do want to be a Teamer Elemental deck. Not a huge fan of Scorch Spitter. Yeah, I'm just going to take Pack Mastiff. We're going to need some combat tricks here soon. Flame Sweep is good, but that wipes most of our boards, so we need some 4-drops, so I'm going to take Thicket Crasher. Ooh, so we have Risen Reef, which is a great reason to go with blue. Blue, green, red. Silverback Shaman's really strong. I guess we'll take Risen Reef. We're still early in Pack 2 and try and add blue to our strategy. So, do we have anything that deals non-combat damage? We have Shocks. Probably not the way we want to use that. Scampering Scorcher is pretty strong. We're going to take that. It makes 2/1 red elemental creature tokens. A lot of elementals. Pretty good combo with Risen Reef there. Also, let's see. Not bad when they die, pumping Overgrowth Elemental. Then we got another one. Perfect. Wouldn't mind getting a Chandra or the 2 mana. I think it's the Thicket Crasher or something. Alright, some dual lands will help us play these 3 colors. Nothing here I want to run. I guess we'll take a Scorch Spitter. Don't really care about Looming Shaman. I guess Prismite can help us with that blue mana potentially. Reckless Airstrike's a good sideboard versus flyers. Not running that. Shared Summon. Search the library for 2 creatures with different name and put them into your hand. It's okay card advantage, but a little slow. Gift of Paradise could be good in our colors. I think it used to be uncommon, but they made it common. I like Silverback Shaman. Ooh, Cloud Concealer. Let's take that. Draws a card. Ooh, Sail or Spectral Sailor is great, but I think we want to be more of an aggressive elemental deck, so I'll take the Frostlink. And we got Lightning Stormkin. I think Frostlinks is a really strong card, though. There's a lot of 3 mana 2/2 flyer, so I don't really care about the haste that much. I think Frostlinks is better overall. Captivating Gyre is super strong. I think having one of them is worth drafting over the Boreal Elemental. Yeah, we need to get our mana fixtures here. We don't have a lot of payoff cards for our elementals right now. Like, I was expecting more of that 4-drop, the other one, not this one. But this seems to have been taken from us. I guess we'll sideboard this because it has protection. Yeah, not too thrilled because maybe we should have been more aggressive on that other 4 mana one. We got Thicket Crasher instead of the other one, which is better. Thicket Crasher doesn't really combo with Scorcher very well. So we're going to take out these healers. We're going to take out the Scorch Spitter. We have a lot of 2-drops here. Zephyr Charge is not terrible. So I like usually about 7 combat tricks. His Overcome's good with the Scorcher. So 1, 2, 3. I think we can take out 1 Boar's Claw. 2, 3, 4. That's good. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 combat trick or 6 non-creature spells. So we could add 1 more. Tectonic Rift is not a bad one. Because it can give your creatures basically unblockable. Alright, so I think we can drop a Greenwood Sentinel probably. We like the Prismite for adding the blue. Everything else here looks pretty good. Our curve is pretty solid. We could run a second Vor's Claw because we have these 2 Chandra's Embercat. Though I'm not sure what we want to cut for that. Yeah, I don't really want to cut anything for it though. Everything else in our deck's pretty solid. Alright, so we will add our lands here. 17 lands, and we've got 6 blue, 7 green, and 6 red. Do we want to cut? We've got a lot of early red here. I think we want to have 7 red, so probably cut a green and add a mountain. Now we've got 7 red, 6 green, and 6 blue. That seems right. And then, of course, Prismite can act as additional mana for any of these. Alright, we'll call this Teamer Elementals. And we will see how this deck does. So I think we did a little bit below average elemental deck. However, there's a lot of potential to get amazing elemental deck because so many of the good elementals are common and a lot of really strong elementals are uncommon. We'll play first. Not too impressed here, but we'll keep. Fair opponent mulligans. No more scrying, so they don't scry the top or the bottom. It's the London mulligan rule. Right, so we got all of our mana colors now. Although Prismite would have added them with an extra mana. This artwork would be like impossible to do without digital. There's no way you could make it look like diamonds, I think, with a painting. That'd be really tough. So your opponent representing long-term value with Season of Growth. And since the update, something has been wrong with this. Like, it doesn't show me the name of the card when I look at it. On my opponent's side. Well, now it does, but these top lines it doesn't. So I'm potentially going to get blown out if I shock this, and then my opponent pumps it up, but... And that's probably what he's representing here. He's going to give it +3, draw a card, his Head Scorpion lives, and I lose my shock. Oh, no, we get to kill it. Alright. Always preparing for the worst, so. I guess I could have done that at end of turn. Oh, he's got another one, okay. Could play in Cloudkind Seer, but I just want to get some more damage going here. And I'm fine trading any of these for the Scorpion. It's whatever. Sure. Don't need to... Prismite could help me, but, you know, I've got the island for the double blue for Gyre, so it's not really necessary. It's just 2 points of power, basically. Some pretty interesting artwork running through the market. Frostlink, okay. Sure. Alright, I guess I'll play the Seer rather than forcing through 2 damage this turn. No attacks. Don't need to use this growth cycle to trade. Don't really want to let him know that I have a combat trick at the moment. Alright, so we will play this Frostlink to tap down his. So he can growth cycle whatever he chumps. Okay, interesting. Well, interesting that he did that right away. So, no reason to growth cycle here. So, if he plays a creature, I'll probably use Captivating Gyre to return all three. Two. I have to pay 2 more if I want to target that elemental. Oh, Risen Reef. Alright, so let's go ahead and attack like so. I'm fine with the links trading, and if he blocks with the elemental, I'll just growth cycle whatever he blocks with the elemental. Sure. Then he may trade. No, he doesn't. Alright. So we'll go ahead and pump that up. Nice value there. Pump spells are often removal spells in draft. Risen Reef gonna draw some more cards here. Pretty good value with Risen Reef. High priority card for elemental deck. Whoa, Hydra. Be interesting. I think he'll kill the Seer. Well, no, he'll kill the Risen Reef. I mean, that's a good pick for sure. I'm pretty close to using Gyre to return everything, but I don't want to let him just keep killing my stuff with that Hydra on recast. So I kind of want to wait to use this until I can win. I could also return the Frost Links as one of my targets. So now I'd probably return all of his creatures with Gyre and then attack for the win on my turn. Sure. Alright, so it looks like we're going to win by returning all 3 of his creatures. That's why we drafted this high priority. Thankfully he doesn't have the extra mana to recast that. Alright, there we go. He had a few flyers, but I'm not sure it's worth running the Reckless Air Sprite. It doesn't kill the Boreal. Vor's Claw doesn't seem bad versus him. Do we want to run Portal of Sanctuary for our Frost Links and Risen Reef? Are we going to last that long? I feel like we're pretty aggressive here, so maybe not. I think we're fine. Yeah. I guess a plummet wouldn't be terrible. But growth cycle still helps us with the Hydra. Yeah, I don't want to change anything. Our deck list is pretty tight as is. Our opponent's taking a while to sideboard here. Double tap lands. Alright, we'll keep. Not really thrilled about being a turn behind. on my 2-drop based on these 2 tap lands. Alright, so I drew something. Yeah, we'll play this and then play the mountain next turn. That way we have access to all 3 colors of mana. So, next turn I could play Ember Cat followed up with the Risen Reef. Or I could just play the Highlands and play Risen Reef first and try and get more value from the Risen Reef. Alright, well we got the 3rd mana, so I'm gonna play the Ember Cat, although I am missing out on some value. I guess I value the tempo advantage of having this out this turn versus the 1 card from Risen Reef. Drawing a card isn't nothing though. Diamond Knight, okay, sure. Alright, so we're gonna do green, white, red, play the Risen Reef first. Diamond Knight gets big, so I want to kill it. So we're gonna go ahead and shock that before it can become a problem. And now I'm feeling pretty comfortable. We've got 3 elementals and a Risen Reef out. Sure. Alright, so do we want to lynx this turn? Sure. Alright, we get a land into play. Play another Ember Cat. We're gonna get some overcome action going here. Sweet. So next turn we can play the Scorcher followed up with an overcome. Well, if we play overcome next turn, that's a lot. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 damage. Alright, we'll play the Scorcher, get a lot of triggers off the Risen Reef. Sweet. Man, we are going off. This is becoming insane with Risen Reef. Look at that. Look at that sweet, sweet card advantage. What do I want to make bigger? Oh, I guess we'll make the links bigger. Why not? Man, that is crazy. Risen Reef is crazy. There are so many ways we could win next turn. It's not even funny. Like, imagine Scorcher on the Risen Reef already out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 damage. Well, let's just return both of these to our opponent's hands. And attack for game. I could have played overcome too. I had so many great plays that turn. I almost feel bad for our opponent there. That Risen Reef unresolved was way too good. Alright. First match win done. So in draft, you need to win basically twice to get value for the cost, because it costs 1,500 gems. And packs are worth 200 gems each. You need to win. You need to get it basically at least 7 packs to come close to breaking even, and really it's 8 packs to get ahead. And you don't get that unless you get at least 2 wins. And at 3 wins, you pay for your draft. So. Ooh, not good. I'm gonna mulligan. Alright, this looks better. Yeah, I like this. I'm happy with this mulligan. So we're gonna put Boar's Claw back. It's gonna be a while. And let's try and duplicate some Risen Reef Scorcher action. This is one of the sweet combos in the elemental deck. Risen Reef and Scorcher. As long as your opponent doesn't kill the Risen Reef. Pretty crazy turn 3, turn 4 follow up. Shoot, did we play our mana? Oh my gosh, we played our mana wrong. Yep, sometimes that happens. Alright, so now we'll play a Risen Reef. I feel bad. Alright, and next turn we've got Scorcher. And then we've got it with a Lynx follow-up to tap down. So I think here we're just going to try and get some value from drawing cards and maybe try and get an Overcome or something with a wide board to win. Another Scorcher, that's pretty good. Alright, and we'll pass turn. So we're going to take this 4 damage, most likely. I want to keep my creatures alive for Overcome. So next turn, we're going to be able to play a Scorcher and a Frost Lynx. He's going to kill our Risen Reef.
So many new worlds. So many opportunities. Okay.
What?
So reach into that ley
Why
line
wouldn't you do
thing.
that? You would play Scorcher first? Okay. I mean, I guess he gets to pump it up next turn, so that makes some sense. Weird. Alright, well, let's see what we can hit with this. Ooh, that'll be important. Alright, we'll tap down that and take action. Alright, so I think we want to kill Chandra here. One chump blocker. You know, I'm just gonna attack Chandra with everything and block with Frost Lynx. Yeah, I'm fine trading off. Although I could return it with Captivating Gyre. That's fine. All right, so he blocks with everything. He can't use the -2 anymore, which is fine, so we can finish it off with Shock on our turn. And we've got a lot of value from the Risen Reef, so we should still be able to beat our opponent with Captivating Gyre and all of these creatures. This card looks way more intimidating than a 1/1 in artwork. Alright. So let's get some Risen Reef action going. Nice. Alright, so we've got a mountain in hand. Alright, so we'll play another thing. It gives us trample. Where's mine? Okay. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna attack 2 at Chandra to shave the shock. And everything else at him. And I'm gonna keep the... I don't know, I've played most of my elementals. He could have the flash spell. I'm just gonna keep the Risen Reef back for something with flash. It's just 1 point of damage. Not too likely to be relevant.
I'm going home.
So we can Gyre to return our stuff to trigger Risen Reef again, but we've got a lot of stuff on the board right now. Okay. Can return those permanently with Gyre. Really looking for an overcome here to finish the game. Do I need to attack this turn? I don't think I need to. Let's just build our board state out. If he has Flame Sweep, I'm gonna be really sad. Alright. So next turn, I'm gonna play Gyre and probably attack with everything. At 21 damage, plus shock, 23. Actually, this is 3 power, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This can get bigger. 11, 12, 13, 14. Interesting. Four, five, six, seven. Maybe he has some kind of combat tricks here to help him win. It's got trample. Alright, I guess we'll do it like that. I don't think he has a series of spells that'll win with just the Crasher. +1 and double strike? That's what I'm thinking of, whether he has that +1 double strike plus enough combat tricks. No, don't tell me you've got the double strike card in hand. No, he does. Oh, that's some BS right there. Alright, I should have chumped it. But honestly, I thought maybe he could have 1 pump spell and Uncaged Fury, but I didn't think he had 2 pump spells and Uncaged Fury. That's magical Christmas land for all he wins there, but... Alright, I'm going to keep everything the way it is. I think we'll win this time. You know, sometimes you know this is the way you can lose, but you're like, the chance that that happens is just so incredibly low that it's not worth it. And sometimes you're wrong. I mean, I had so much... See, I had so much board state. If I don't block, I'm pretty much guaranteed to win on my next turn. But I guess in the long run, I'm going to win that game anyways, so maybe I'm supposed to chump. Obviously, if I did it over again, I would chump, because he beat me, but... Yeah, the double strike card can win games. Usually you don't have two pump spells plus that. I feel like we have the better deck, though, than our opponent. We're more explosive. We also made that mistake last game. That cost us a turn. Probably would have won if not for that as well. Alright, we'll just attack here, play Thicket Crasher after the combat step. And our opponent is really slow here, no board state. I wonder if he's like all combat tricks in his hand. He just doesn't have red mana. Alright, so we're definitely going to shock the Risen Reef. If you saw how crazy Risen Reef was for us in our previous game, so you know that is the most important card to kill. So we could overcome here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Overcomes lethal and that forces a block. And the next turn we just win with shock. So, sure, let's do that. Okay. So he chooses to lose rather than block with Risen Reef. Alright, I think we're still pretty happy here. I don't feel like we needed Prismite for that 4th mana color. Maybe we cut it for a Sentinel. Kind of slow, but that's fine. Spider's pretty good at blocking any flyers, which we haven't seen. Crasher's a good card. Overcome is a good win card. No Risen Reef. No Overgrown Elemental. Well, our opponent mulligans twice. Crosslinks, this is a fine pickup. Good tempo card. So next turn we play Spider. Follow that up with Thicket Crasher. Then probably play Lynx and attack with these two and follow it up with maybe Overcome. Please don't be Risen Reef. Okay. Now we draw our 2-drop. Don't really need protection from white. We've got the... I think we had the Drake that has protection from red, maybe in our sideboard. I don't remember. Another Thicket Crasher, that's fine. So he's got pump spells. Probably don't want to block his Crasher and get pump spelled out. I think we want to be aggressive, attack, and then win with Gyre and Frostlinks. So no blocks here. If he plays something, we could Frostlink it. Okay, he doesn't. Alright, I don't want to have that combo thing happen to me again, so let's go ahead and play Frostlinks and keep this tapped down. And then I'll play our Berserker, and then we do need a forest to play Overcome. Another forest. But if we draw any land, we can play Gyre too. Alright, we'll attack with everything. Oh man, he's definitely got the combo again. Look at him. Look at him play so conservative here. Not playing any spells. Alright, we'll see if blocking with Crasher is enough. The 3 damage it prevents is enough or not. I mean, I think I still have to attack there with everything. Otherwise, I'm just giving him more time to draw it if he hasn't drawn it. Okay. Alright, so looks like we win. Alright, so, yep, we're gonna win here. Ah, and even more win with Growth Cycle. Alright. So we came back. And managed to win that match. And we got a few packs. I want to see what we got.
Living in a monastery full of
Chandra. I
firebrands?
think that's my fourth.
It's awesome.
Alright. 2 wins, so we finally we got enough value that it was worth playing this draft. If we win another game, we're gonna get our money back. Which means all of our packs would be free. Plus some more. That's some hot garbage. 2 spells? I think we need to mulligan this. Alright. Not good. First, this hand might be better than the last hand if we draw a forest and an island. Well, alright, we're getting close. Now if we draw a forest, this hand was better. Double swamp. Okay. Well, we will get rid of overcome. Long way away from playing that. I guess I'll shock this. Okay, a forest would be fantastic with this hand. That would help us come back from the mulligan. Draw some cards back to back here. No forest though. Alright, hoping to draw a forest still. I think I'll play the Risen Reef before the Crasher. That Diamond Knight is going to be a problem soon. Okay. Wow, that's pretty aggressive, but I mean it is a pack massive. Or a skeleton, I mean, so. He's running blue, okay. Not looking good for us. Even if we draw the forest next turn, I think we're pretty far behind with that Diamond Knight. And the skeleton keep coming back, pumping it up. So this is an artifact, so I'm probably going to sideboard in that artifact destruction removal. That also deals with flyers. He's running blue, so he's likely running flyers as well. Alright, so our opponent's thinking about whether he wants to pay 4 mana to return this and cast it. And I don't know why he's taking so long. If that's what he wanted to do, just do it. Okay, so he's got a counterspell or something? I don't know. Would have liked to have been able to use that shock before the Diamond Knight was a 3/3. I suppose, though, that's our own fault for not saving the shock for that Diamond Knight, but we'll know that for next time. Wish our opponent would hurry up here so we can lose this game. Nothing that aggravates me more than having to play a long game that I'm 90% sure I'm going to lose, but there's that 10% chance I might win, so I'm just here and my opponent is thinking about every move for multiple minutes. There you go. Alright, don't really see the point in playing this much longer. Don't really want to show my opponent more cards. Alright, he may have a combat trick, but at least we get to learn a little bit more about his deck. He already knows we have shock, so. This is what I'm talking about. Like, he attacks, and then I block, and then it's like, why are you waiting so long? I mean, were you attacking and didn't have a plan for when I blocked or not? Like, really, how many options do you have here, and why do you need to think it out so long? One thing you notice is in pro play, unless it's like some control mirror, it's much quicker. Like, pro players tend to play a lot quicker because they know what they're doing. They already know what their plan is if you block. Like, you don't attack and then not have your plan built before you block. You attack knowing, okay, this is how they block, this is what I do. It's like, look, he has one black mana open. What are you doing? Like, were you gonna play anything else other than the skeleton? Or are you not gonna play the skeleton? What's going on here? Alright, so, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I take 10. I'm just going to learn more a little bit about his deck before I sideboard. So far we've seen one artifact. No flyers. So he has 2 cards in his hand. And like, come on. Okay. Alright, so we can get... Sure. You get 2 blockers here. Is there a chance of winning those games like 0.5%? Toonbound Lich. Interesting that we haven't seen any flyers yet. No, he's running blue. A lot of bone splinters. Okay. Alright, so time to sideboard. Alright, I think I'll add this for the Diamond Knights. And what do I want to take out? Take out the Prismite. Other than that, I think I'm pretty happy with this deck, so... Could be some slower games, so Portal of Sanctuary wouldn't be bad with the Seer and the Frostlinks. He's got a lot of removal. That's something for me to think about. I think with the amount of removal he has, maybe I want to be less about combat tricks. So take out the growth cycle. Add something else that's good. Portal of Sanctuary means he has to do stuff during my turn, and I guess it combos with Risen Reef and Scorcher, but it's kind of slow. I guess I can try it. The other card I would consider putting in is Horse Claw, just having another thing, although it does get murdered pretty easily, but he uses murder rather aggressively, I guess. I don't know. terrible. Alright, I guess we'll keep... What? Oh my god, I thought I stepped I kept? What's it doing? Oh, we mulliganed once. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna try and play Overgrowth Elemental. And hopefully get some other elementals going here. And then we can return them with Portal, keep recasting. We could return Overgrown Elemental, keep recasting, put counters on things, which is a little bit slow. Alright. A little bit awkward here because he doesn't have anything for me to gain from tapping down, and the Overgrowth Elemental wouldn't put a counter on anything. Alright, so now we'll play the Frost Link. Tap this down. Next turn we can play the Elemental, put a counter on Frost Links. Alright, we'll attack. Offer a trade. I don't want him to have any shenanigans, although he might with that open mana, but I'm gonna try and kill his audacious thief right now. And pass turn. So he's gonna be able to draw and discard with the Lich. So if he does, then he'll have one less blocker. It's unfortunate for us. Unfortunately, our opponent has way more cards, and we only have one card now. And we've got a lot of overcomes. Okay. We're not going to be casting. A Scorcher would be great. Alright, so... I know I lose the counter. But I'd rather him stop getting card filtering, so... Well, I can keep this going indefinitely, although I'd rather draw something good. It's not really the best use of my mana. Alright, so we can draw a card here. Could return this to our hand to keep drawing, but it looks like our opponent's a little bit ahead. We're falling behind here. If we draw a mana, we can play Vorse Claw. I don't feel like we're going to win this game, though. With our opponent having 4 cards, I feel like his 4 cards are better than ours. I don't like playing against the Lich. It's got Death Touch, so it's a good blocker, and it's got Lifelink. So I'm very happy to trade any of those 2 creatures for the Lich. I don't want him to keep getting more value from discarding lands. So. Okay. Well, he's got a big field now. Alright, War's Claw will be a nice chump blocker. We can replay the Lich with Portal. We can play Overcome to give War's Claw Trample. No, don't play the Lich again. So now he's got another Death Toucher. So I'm probably gonna use Portal, return Frostlinks, play Frostlinks, tap the Lich, then follow it up by playing Overcome on the following turn. Because I can't lose Vor's Claw to the Lich. Alright. We'll return this. We'll tap the Lich. Play Ember Cat. And don't want to trade this off at the moment. So next turn we can play Overcome and attack with everything. Wish it was Overrun instead. +3 would make a big difference. We don't run a lot of red creatures in our deck that are big. I would like him to attack me with everything. And not have any combat tricks. No. So we lose the Vor's Claw. That's pretty bad for us. Yeah, maybe this Portal would be better if it was the second Vor's Claw. If our opponent wasn't so aggressive this game, we would have got a lot of card draw over time with the Seer, but that is 4 mana to do every time, every turn. Basically 4 mana to draw a card, but it takes 2 cards to do it. Alright, I'm not going to play this out. We're not winning this game. Yeah, look, he's got more Bone Splinters here. I'm still fine with our deck. Alright, we're 2-1 so far. We're trying to get that 3rd win, so we get our entry fee back and value. Free draft. Alright, Risen Reef, if we draw a forest, that's pretty huge. Our opponent mulligans. We got 2 Frostlinks to follow up the Risen Reef. That's pretty good. We can hit that forest. Come on, green mana. Yes. Perfect. Alright, so we'll play Risen Reef next turn. Followed up with Frostlinks. That's a lot of card advantage. Maybe get a lot of aggro damage in with the Overcome. Ooh, 2 Overcomes, okay. No way we would block. I guess we might draw Shock, so... I don't know, do we want to play the Thicket Crasher first? Yeah, I think we'll play the Thicket Crasher. We don't need to be aggressive this turn. So next turn we can play a Frost Lynx and a Chandra's Ember Cat. He's got a combat trick, that's fine. Next turn we can overcome, we can play Frost Lynx. And we can play Boar's Claw too. I think I'm just gonna play Boar's Claw here. Sweet. And he scoops. Alright. Do we see any flyers? I don't think so. What do we want on sideboard here? So it was basically just a mono green deck we were playing against. I think I'll cut a Prismite and add a Boar's Claw. Because we're playing its mono green, so I think another big green body would be good against his big green bodies. So the fire elemental is just 4 toughness, so it'll die pretty easy. Alright, we'll keep. Not too impressed here, but if we draw a 3rd land, the Seer will keep us drawing more stuff, and we're on the draw, so. I've never drafted multiple Pack Mastiffs, but wouldn't be a bad card in multiples. Alright, so Ember Cat will let us play Seer next turn. If we don't draw a card, that'll help us draw. Not trading here. We're valuing this as a land. Ferocious play. He's mono green. Alright, come on, forest, 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 forest. Not good. Alright, well, we need to survive here, so, no, the Seer won't be able to block. Heartpiercer Bow is pretty bad, but I guess if you need to kill a Risen Reef, it's worth running from your sideboard. Yeah, well, that'll slow him down a little bit with the shock next turn as well as a follow-up. But, yeah, we're doing okay considering how mana screwed we are. Sure. I guess I'm gonna try and chump and shock the Thicket Crasher, although I could wait a turn and just block with a Pack Mastiff. Yeah, let's do that. I'll go to 10. That's okay. Alright. Now looking good for us. It's a lot of turns without getting the forest. So how big does that make it? 6 toughness? Alright. Next game. Well, the shuffler in our hand beat ourselves. Never got to play that voice claw. Put a Greenwood Sentinel in. Alright. There we go. I think our deck is much better than our opponents again here, so I just think we would have lost to most decks that draw cycle. Alright, this is much better. Got a little bit of everything, we just need to draw into some top end as the game progresses. And we get to go first. I'll play Sentinel. It can block as well as attack, so. Good, play the Ember Cat for the mana. What do I want to do here? Alright, I'll attack. Offer him a trade. Alright, he'll take the trade. We'll play Cloudkin Fear. I think Hero of the Glade is pretty mediocre in most cases. I think he's running it as filler because he's mono green. Right, looking good. We're aggressive here. We've got a Crasher before him, and we've got more Crashers to follow up. Alright, just what we wanted to happen. Now we can shock this, take out the tracker. 2 for 1. And followed up with the spider. Pretty good position here. We've got all of our mana. 3 creatures, and our opponent has nothing at the moment. A little bit worried about him flashing in the wolf dude. Oh. He has it, the bomb rare, alright. So he's gonna get 3/3s every turn. That can trade with the Crasher. A little bit annoying. Extremely annoying, to be honest. So if I tag with both, I get through an extra 4 damage, and that dies. I don't know. I guess I'll just attack. Try and win with the Seer here. I guess if I draw a Captivating Gyre, I'm going to win the game. Alright, so he's got his spider now. I can push through 4 damage if I attack with a Crasher. And I lose one. I push through some damage. That puts him at 7. Impact Ambusher is so hard to play against. It's a free 3/3 every turn. Yep. Alright, so overcome. Our elementals have trample, so that's something. No combat tricks, come on. Alright, 1 combat trick. So we're putting in 3, 4, 5, 11 damage. Perfect. No, 1 shy. Alright. He's gonna have 3 blockers here on the next turn. So close. So, any shock? We have 1 more shock in our deck. Surprised he's attacking. Alright, Vortex Claw, that's a good blocker. I would like to draw another Captivating Gyre or an Overcome. I'd prefer Overcome. Now I'd probably prefer Captivating Gyre. 5, 6. Although that's some tough stats to beat. So if we attack with a Vortex Claw, I guess he can triple block and we take out 2 wolves. That's not what we want. Alright. I could leave the island in my hand as a trick, but I don't know, maybe the Mastiff and a Gyre is relevant. Do we have lethal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like we have lethal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my god, that is close. Alright. 1 by 1 damage, although it says 15. Well, that game was huge because now we have paid for our draft. And not only did we pay for our draft, we've gotten 4, 5, 6, 7 packs for free. And let's keep going. See how well we can do with our elemental deck. Actually, let's make one change. I feel like we've never really... I mean, we got mana screwed a few times, but I feel like Sentinel is still better. The 2 toughness can be nice. Plus vigilance isn't too bad, but the 2 toughness is the main reason. Alright, certainly capable. No bomb, but it's fine. You could argue that I should play Mountain first, since that lets me shock and then Unchained Berserker. So hopefully you play something with less than 2 toughness and I can kill it, attack with the Berserker. So I can't block alone. Interesting. Alright, attack for 3. I guess I'll shock the Pegasus since he can attack with it next turn. I'm gonna play the Crasher on my turn probably, so. I couldn't play Shock on my turn and attack with the Berserker because I plan on playing the Crasher. Lavakin Brawler is what we wanted. I prefer just to get one Crasher other than the rest be Brawlers, because they get pretty powerful pretty quickly. Plus they have more toughness. Alright, so you win Sentinel. Attack 3. So we could Growth Cycle this and block. I think I'd rather take 3 though, because I feel like he's going to play a big blocker and I can Growth Cycle it when I attack to save it instead. Chandra's Outrage, okay, well. Never mind. Assuming we won't attack now. Maniacal Rage, so it can't block anymore. Okay. So let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not quite. I don't want him to realize the damage that he can take, so we're not going to play Overcome yet. Well, now we are in trouble. And we are drawing lands. I don't really like Maniacal Rage. Kind of a mediocre card in my opinion. Well, unfortunately, we're on chump duty indefinitely here. His War's Claw would be survivable. So next turn we need probably Captivating Gyre and some combination after that to win. Probably 3, oh, maybe Risen Reef and do a bunch of elementals. And Executioner. Okay, that's good to know. He's got 1 flyer, 2 flyer. Yeah, we want to put in the anti-flyer cards. Sure. Alright. I still think our deck's better here. Alright, so we'll put in Reckless Airstrike. Take out a Greenwood Sentinel. Act of Treason could be a trick. She's got a fair amount of removal, it seemed like. I think I'm happy with this. Nope. Wow. Wow. The Shuffler. Alright. We'll put back an island. Even with the new London Mulligan rule, sometimes you just get terrible hands in Arena. Overcome's essentially a dead card in your opening hand, too. Well, at least we drew spells back to back. Alright, we'll kill that. Play green one sentinel. And attack for 2. I wish I had shock in response. Alright, no blocks, take 4. I hope he plays a flyer with 3 toughness or less. A low-hanged executioner would leave behind a 1/1. We're both at parity at this point. We're both dealing 4 damage a turn. I feel like his fan's probably stronger than mine right now. Can't play Vor's Claw. Alright, so we're going to play Overcome. He may have removal here. Don't know why he would need to think about it if he did, though. I would have much rather drawn a land there and play Vor's Claw. Or head a land instead of this airstrike. So we're going to go down to 6 here. If we play land and play Vor's Claw, we've got a good chump blocker for that Ember Cat. Theoretically, every draw but a gyre should be live here. Alright, so we can put a counter on our links. Oh, we could attack. I guess I'll just wait here. Double block to kill the Ember Cat. And then try and play Vor's Claw. Alright, we'll do a control shift here to maybe bluff a pump spell. Okay. Did you do that earlier? Maybe active treason is better than reckless airstrike in our matchup. Alright, and you've got the extra 3 damage. Okay. Alright, well, unfortunately that is how it ends for us. Yeah, I think I would add the active trees instead of airstrike there. Alright, well, that's the game, and we ended up doing pretty well. We got a bunch of free booster packs out of that. Let's see what we get. Elvish Reclaimer. So you saw Elemental is a really strong deck. We only had one Risen Reef, but it made a huge difference whenever we drew it. Pretty crazy in the Elemental deck. Risen Reef is. We got Mythic. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, and if you'd like to subscribe, please do so. We will have more drafts in the future, so keep watching. Thanks.